Hey, what's going on, Pisces? Butch here. I am going to do your June read. It is from now to the end of June. It is a general read, so it may not resonate with everyone. It is for your Sun, Moon, Rising, and your Venus. For all you cross watchers, roles can be reversed. Always feel free to comment down below. If you're not sure what your Moon, Rising, and Venus are, I highly recommend checking out a natal chart calculator, NATAL. I believe they're all free, but if you find one that isn't free, just keep looking. The one I've used in the past, I think it's called Cafe Astrology or Astrology Cafe. I know that wasn't very informative because I wasn't sure, but like I said, you put in your information. It gives you a way more in-depth look into your houses. It'll also tell you what your moon, rising, and Venus are. If you're new to the channel, you like the content, stick around. We got room for everybody. We have a great community full of, we're all about the love, and we're full of a lot of loving people. I can't get to every comment. I try, but I'm getting emails and comments all the time, and I try to reply to them all. But the community steps in. They're helping each other. I see in the comments people, talking each other up, giving each other advice. It blows my mind, how much you guys care about each other, and it shows me a different side of the internet. I was a little bit terrified doing YouTube because of the fact that I wasn't sure. Because we all know there's a lot of trolls, there are a lot of toxic people, but I have been very blessed to find all the nice ones. So, with all that being said, let's get it. Universe, what is going on for Pisces for June 2024? What message do we have for Pisces? All right, Pisces. So the first thing that I'm seeing here, Pisces, I got this new energy coming in, but first thing I'm getting with this person is heartbreak. I feel like this person, there's this loneliness to this person. Now, it's not so much that it's not like they suffered a new heartbreak. I just feel like they're lonely, and they're tired of giving themselves to the wrong people. So I feel like there is some trust issues in this person. They have a hard time trusting. And not only trusting other people, but trusting themselves, because I feel like they've made so many bad decisions, and it's like they've given their time and energy to the wrong people. I feel like they've had some experiences with some people that just didn't deserve that. They didn't deserve the time. They didn't deserve their energy. I feel like this person is just looking for love. Emotionally, they know what they want. Now, upon meeting this person, instant connection. There's this instant connection. I feel like very open, and I feel like it starts off in a friendship. I feel like you really gel. And even though I feel like it is new, I feel like they just feel very comfortable with you. And that's not surprising because Pisces are like a big pink cloud. They're very comfortable people. All the Pisces I know absolutely love them. They're just so warm and inviting. And I feel like with this person, they're just something about you, even though they have trust issues, even though, they do have, there is a part of them that's not, they're always a little bit skeptical. There's something about you, their intuition is telling you that there's something very different about you. And the more and more they get to know you, the more they see exactly what that is. Now, when I talk about open communication, I feel like this is someone that you can talk for hours with, talk about anything, feeling very safe on both sides. And what this is doing, what this honest and direct communication is doing, is causing this person to finally see what they've been looking for, finally see things in a different perspective. It wasn't that all those other people were mistakes. They just weren't the right one. In life, I don't believe that we ever get with someone that's a mistake. I believe there was a learning lesson. And I believe that, as long as there is something that we can learn from it, it wasn't really a mistake. I think that we can make mistakes in staying with people too long. But I feel like every relationship we've ever had or will have, there's a reason behind it. There's something to be learned from it. Now, upon getting to know this person, them getting to know you, seeing a different perspective, they just feel very comfortable with you very quickly. And one thing is clear to this person is that you're not like anyone else. You're not like anyone else they ever met. And that is very promising. Very promising. They just feel like they can let go of all that shit that's been holding them back. The negativity, the hurt, that, the loneliness it's all kind of fading away. I mean, this person just feels stronger when they're with you. And I feel like you feel stronger when you're with them. Now, this kind of appeals to both of you in the fact that I feel like you're both able to let go of the past. I feel like we can never really truly let go of the past until we have a future that we look forward to, because then we don't have time to look back. In life, you can only look one way. You can look back or you can look forward. When you start looking forward, what was in behind you doesn't matter anymore. All the late nights, the loneliness, the crying, the heartbreak, the lies, the deceit, the manipulation, all that shit just seems to fade away because we're not looking that way anymore. I see a lot of happiness in this connection. And even though it starts off in a friendship, trust me, that isn't going to last long, because I do feel like I feel like this person's going to make a move. We have the Knight of Wands. So, I feel like this person is opening up a different territory with you. There's some flirtatious energy, kind of putting out that message. Like I said, I feel like they do still have the trust issues, but for some reason with you, they feel like they don't have to worry about that so much, but it's still there. So I do see this person, putting a little flirtatious energy out there, just kind of seeing where it lands, seeing if it sticks. But in all reality, this person just wants to move forward with you. That very quickly they find themselves thinking about you and only you. Now I know this maybe come out weird. I believe this person's going to be a pet lover. I know that was so random. I'm just getting this vibe. And I think that's just something else that you can agree on, because most Pisces that I know, almost I think every Pisces I know has pets. You know, I feel like Pisces are the animal communicator. And I'm getting music too, so music and pets. You know, animal lover, music lover, and I feel like both are very compatible with Pisces. Now, like I said, with this moving forward, don't expect us to jump forward. It's going to take time, but it's always moving forward. You know, like I said, this person still has those trust issues, you know, but I feel like they're coming out of it. You know, with the moon card kind of representing, the way I like to look at it, and especially in this read, is it's almost like, you know, sometimes our imagination can get the better of us. And there's going to be times when this person is going to have doubts. But I always see them nurturing it. I don't see them giving up on it. And I feel like that's going to be something very different than what they've dealt with in the past. In the past, I feel like their imagination got the best of them. With this, you know, with the moon card, it's, if you think about you're walking in this field, you know, and you got trees on either side, but in the middle of the field is very, very open, and you have a full moon. You know, everything in front of you is kind of lit up, but on the sides, there's still these shadows. You know, what's lurking in the shadows type energy. So I feel like it is kind of a slow moving energy, but it's always moving forward. You know, this person is moving toward the light. You are the light to them. And when I said earlier, you know, we have this bond, and it's only going to get cemented more and more deeply. Because, like I said, we start off with some flirtatious energy, but I feel like this person is going to take that leap of faith, because there's just something different about you, something that they haven't found anywhere else. You know, you make them feel safe. Now, there is some fire in this person, so that's kind of different, okay? And one thing I want to put out there is with fire signs. You know, we have this very fiery persona. And I feel like people misinterpret that as, you know, very passionate, obviously, but lacking emotion, which is very untrue. I feel like it just takes the right person to get that emotion out of us. You know, and like I said, I mean, with this person, I feel like you've both kind of been down the same road. You both felt that loneliness, but together you don't feel lonely anymore. You know, we have new love, and then we have the Lover's card. So, I mean, I feel like you know, you both needed this. You both wanted this. You both deserve this. And this connection is only getting deeper. You know, the more you explore each other, physically, mentally, and emotionally, I feel like the depths of your connection will become more and more clear. What really makes this tick will really become clear. But I'm getting a definite, I mean, soulmate, possibly even a twin flame connection, because I like to, when I get the Ace of Cups, the Two of Cups, and the Lover's card, I feel like that's a very twin flame type energy. You know, and I feel like I said, I feel like you just complete each other. You know, you've both been waiting for this. You've both been yearning for this. And this connection that you have before you is nothing short of euphoric. You know, we have the Emperor and the Empress, the nurturer meeting the protector and the nurturer. You know, the king, the queen, the king and the king, the queen and the queen, whatever your dynamic is. You know, if you see, one thing I love about these cards is you see that picture in the background forming. You know, we put it together and we got another picture. It's almost like they're meant to be together. Because they were. But, like I said, I mean, I feel like they came in with fear. You know, they came in fearful, but hopeful. And as we move forward, the fear subsides and the hope is still there. I feel like you're going to have a very real connection with this person. And I feel like it's going to be very real for a very long time. Like I said, when we're looking forward, all that shit behind us kind of fades away. You know, when you have something to look forward to, you have nothing to look back at. You know? It just reminds me of, you know, when you're very sad and you have one of your friends come over and they make you happy. You know, take your mind off it. Well, finding the right person takes your mind off the shit that doesn't matter anymore. It doesn't matter how you got to that person. Once you get them, the route there doesn't matter anymore. It's where you're going from there. Now with this person, like I said, a lot of fire. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. You know, we have Gemini and Aquarius. We have some Capricorn. We have some more Pisces energy as well. And then we have some Cancer. I think that's why I've always kind of really connected really well with Pisces. I'm an animal lover. I love music. Actually, one of my all-time favorite singers is a Pisces, Rihanna. And I just like the depth of her music. You know, when you're listening to it, she's got songs that'll cure your soul. And I think that's what sets her above most singers for me. You know, she has some deep, dark songs. But I mess with it. But then she also, like, you know, and I mean, I've always found her attractive, obviously, but I think listening to her music made me more attracted. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous. She's incredibly intelligent. She works her ass off, and she got everything that everything she has, she worked for. And you know, other than just being impressed with that, on top of that, she's a tremendously skilled singer. But you know, I absolutely enjoy her music. I mean, she has this depth to it. And she's a Pisces. So there you go. But like I said, it's in life we sometimes have to go through the shit to appreciate, you know, the good things. You know, sometimes, like that saying, you got to put up with the rain if you want the rainbow. You know, and with this person coming in, like I said, I feel like they're skeptical because of the history that they've had. You know, when you had a history of constantly being let down, sometimes it's hard to get your hopes up. But the more they're around you, the more that old way of thinking, that trust issues, all that shit, like I said, with the devil card is, and letting that go. And I feel like it's working for both of you. You know, this isn't just a connection of them needing you or you needing them. It's what you both need. It's what you both want. I mean, being in love isn't finding someone that you love. It's finding someone that loves you back. You know, and there's plenty of people in life. I mean, you know, I was always, it really, like I said, I have plenty of Pisces friends, and I've met plenty of Pisces, and, you know, every time I meet a Pisces, I feel like I'm just drawn in and kind of want to add them to my circle of friends, because, you know, Pisces are just such great people. They're so warm, so giving, so loving. And another way we share, and in another way that we share things is the fact that, I mean, I'm a hopeless romantic, and most of my Pisces friends are as well. You know, and I can relate to that. Because at the end of the day, I want, all I want is for everybody to have love. I want you to find that person that means that to you, and that you mean that to them. And sometimes we're with people that they don't deserve us. And sometimes we give people too much time. You know, we collect red flags with some people. I mean, my first real girlfriend, I collected so many red flags that I mean, I feel like I could have opened an amusement park. But sometimes you want love so bad that you try to create it. It doesn't make you a bad person. It may be a bit misguided, but because I feel like when you meet that right person, you don't have to try to create anything. It creates itself. But anyway, I'm probably yapping too much. That's what I have for you. Be good. Take care. Stay safe.